Good morning, Tuesday morning, heading now to Sarona to meet an old friend who is working at one of the most remarkable companies in this country, Intuition Robotics, Keren Etkin, who I met literally at some random dinner. But since then, we've become brothers from another mother or sisters from another mister. Anyway, big fan of hers and of Intuition Robotics. Then I'm heading to Hertzlia to meet a healthcare fund and lunch at Meat and Wine, meeting the management of the restaurant, actually, to talk business. And then heading back to Beit Shemesh to meet a guy named Reuven Levitz, who's a serial entrepreneur, has had some big success stories, and not actually sure what we're talking about. I understand he has a new venture. Pumped to hear about that. And several other meetings for the rest of the day. It's going to be a fantastic day meeting some remarkable people. Here we go. To Sarona, parking. I really need my car back. It's a Chevy Malibu and I hate it. I miss my Mazda. But it's in the shop. It'll be ready in a day or two. And I have this meeting now with Karen from Intuition Robotics and then rushing to Hertzlia. Hopefully I'll make it on time. It's a bit tight. And now it looks like I've got to walk through mud. This is not a very good UX on behalf of the parking lot over there. Wow. There's a little brick here just to walk on. Alrighty then, I'm a bit early, so that's good, but pretty tight on time. Sarona is so beautiful. Finishing up, and where are you going? Put my hat back on. What? So we've known each other for like a year, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
We met at an APAC dinner, and I was like, okay. When I heard the story, or even before I heard your story, I was like, oh, let me do an interview. And I found out that Keren is. Well, before I say what you are, because that's the punchline of the story. You were working for the last couple of years at a company that's doing incredible things. One of the first features that I wrote about on my J-Post column, Intuition Robotics, a robot for the elderly. Unbelievable stuff. What do you do professionally? Wait, what does she look like she does professionally? What would you guess? I don't know. I would say like a marketing person, maybe like she's got a look, maybe I don't know, glasses model or something. What do you do professionally?
I'm a gerontechnologist.
Oh, so I said it wrong when I said gerontologist?
It's fine. I have like an MA in gerontology, so you were not completely wrong.
Gerontechnologist.
Yeah.
Is that like your word or is that a real word?
It is a real word, but I'm one of the few people who use it.
I love it. What is gerontechnologist? What is that?
Gerontechnologist, well, it's an expert in age tech, basically.
Age tech.
Yeah.
So you're basically an expert in all things technology for the elderly.
Yeah.
And you are also a big blogger in the space. What's your website?
TheGerontechnologist.com.
TheGerontechnologist.com. Joseph, put that link right there. Folks,
Thanks, Joseph.
check her out because big things coming. Is that cool to say?
Yeah.
This was fun. We should do it more often though.
For sure.
And I need those glasses. Have an awesome day and thanks for your time.
Thank you, Hillel.
Made it to Hertzlia, going to the OurCrowd offices. Never been there actually in the Hertzlia offices, but Hertzlia is like another world, especially when it comes to cars. Look at that. There's some Lambos down there, which I'll hopefully show you soon. But heading to the meeting now to meet Alan from the OurCrowd Health Tech Fund, doing some incredible stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to share some more. Not sure I'll be able to get them on camera, but we'll try. Made it to the OurCrowd office. Bird Aerosystems. What is Bird Aerosystems? It's not Bird the scooters, is it? Anyway, it's crazy. I've never been here before, but it looks like the team is in the middle of a session of like something medical. I'm not exactly sure what's going on in there, but no one's letting me in, so I'll just wait. Hertzlia, by the way, this place is like another planet. Hertzlia, I'm telling you, I come here, I'm like, it's 20 minutes from Tel Aviv on another planet. Get Lamborghinis, Ferraris driving all over the place. Are you like cars?
Yes.
Are you a car guy?
I like cars.
What do you drive?
An Audi A3.
Nice. I'm a big car guy. I
Okay.
love cars. Like that, I always talk about lowering the whole concept of you have to lower your quality of life when you come digital. I said it's not true anymore. It used to be, it's not true except for cars. Cars are I drive a Mazda, I'm paying for a Ferrari basically. Don't get me started. Who are you?
I'm Allen Kamer. I'm the managing partner of Qure Ventures, a digital health fund investing in seed and Series A digital health companies.
Love it. All right, so let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Just get one thing out of the way. You have something very unique about you. Everyone that knows you says you're like the nicest guy on the planet. That's like impressive. I mean, in our world, it's impressive. Like especially in the VC game. Like everybody's competing for the same deal. Like everyone loves you. That's first of all, you're doing something right. That's number
Thank
one.
you.
Where are you from originally?
So I grew up in the Boston area,
Nice.
Born at what's now Brigham and Women's Hospital and grew up in Framingham.
Cool.
And went to Brandeis University.
Nice. Studied
Judges.
What'd you study?
I was a political science major.
Me too.
And American Studies and a minor in legal studies. I was supposed to go to law school, I guess, but
Me too.
chose a better path.
It's true. By the way, I really enjoyed that degree. I obviously didn't go into that world, but
Likewise.
I really enjoyed that degree. Okay, so walk me through the last 20 years of your life real quick.
Oh, last 20 years. So I've spent my entire career in healthcare. It's now 25th year in healthcare. I started as a journalist working for what was called the Pink Sheet, a trade paper for the pharmaceutical industry based in Washington, D.C., covering FDA, Capitol Hill, and other Washington regulatory and governmental policies around healthcare.
Was that like? I'm sorry for the dumb question, but like, were you in? Like, did that excite you that job?
It was fascinating.
Really?
It was actually really interesting.
I'm just saying.
No, it was so cool. Shortly after college, having a press pass, you could walk into any at the time any member of Congress, Senate.
So I have friends that, by the way, several friends that are in the pharmaceutical space. I'm actually working with a college that has a big pharmaceutical department. So like, it's like it's a whole world out there.
It's a big world.
Unbelievable.
It's a big world.
Okay, so then after that?
So after that, I went to a company called Decision Resources, which was a publishing and consulting company, and I oversaw a few publications, got to work with a lot of great people, putting content out around things like pharmacoeconomics, disease management.
I do what that is, but it sounds great.
Understanding the benefits and costs associated with using pharmaceuticals to treat healthcare.
Okay.
From there, I left with several people and did a startup, my first startup. It was called More Pace Pharma Group, and what we did is we built forecasting products, models for companies across a number of therapeutic areas, and we started using something called the internet, which was new at the time, to collect primary research data from physicians in major European markets, Japan, United States, to capture input in their thoughts on how new drugs in development would be used.
Interesting. By the way, I just want to point out, isn't it, I think about this all the time, isn't it not unbelievable how fast the world has evolved?
Yes.
Like, it was just yesterday, like the internet. I literally remember in high school thinking that email will never catch on.
Yeah, I mean...
So fast.
And that there weren't mobile phones.
Mobile has taken off so much.
Smartphones.
We don't think about this. It's so quick.
So when I worked
Wild.
as a journalist, we used to have to, quote unquote, put the weekly issue to bed on Thursday night so they could typeset it to produce before the weekend.
It's wild.
Yes.
Okay, next.
So after More Pace Pharma Group, I left and went to Biogen, the large biotech company based in Cambridge. First, I oversaw, in their global commercial strategy group, oversaw market research, business intelligence.
Okay.
And then from there, moved in to run their analytics group called Decision Support, and was fortunate to be a part of a major launch for a drug called Tysabri in multiple sclerosis.
Wow.
It was off to one of the most successful launches ever for biotech products, and really had a lot of great years there.
Incredible. Okay, and then?
Then I left Biogen, went to a boutique healthcare investment bank called Leerink Swann, and it was there that I wrote a business plan for what became a company called Humedica, and worked with some folks at Leerink Swann, and then helped recruit my co-founder and who became our CEO, and we spun Humedica out of Leerink Swann and got investors from Northbridge, General Catalyst, and Bain, and launched in July of 2008.
Incredible. All right.
And
keep going.
4.5 years later, we sold the business to United's Optum division, and we went into Optum in their business unit. They created a group for us called Optum Analytics. I became the chief commercial officer there, and we essentially scaled the business within Optum and grew a data asset to over 80 million lives of longitudinal patient-level clinical data, and we were using this to help hospitals and medical groups their own data to help them understand where there were undertreated patients, patients treated inappropriately, and extensive benchmarking data so they could understand how they were performing versus other systems that were similar or in their region.
Wow, serious stuff.
Serious stuff.
Okay.
Serious stuff.
So then let's jump ahead to 3 years ago.
After it's really about 3 years ago, made the decision to make Aliyah.
Okay, why, by the way?
It had been a lifelong dream. I spent a summer here as a teenager, both living on a kibbutz and touring through the country, and sort of got the bug that this was a place I wanted to be.
Good way to describe it, a bug.
And contribute in some small way to the continued growth and prosperity of Israel. And
love it. So you moved here to Renana?
Moved to Renana.
Love it.
And I have a lovely wife, Stacy, who's a physician.
What kind of doctor is she?
A family medicine doctor.
Love it. By the way, I figured out how to phrase this. Renana is the Menlo Park of Israel. It's like all the VCs are in Renana. Everybody's there. It's crazy. It's
People call it Teaneck. People call it
but it's
Brooklyn.
specifically the VCs are all there. Like it's crazy. Everybody's there. Aviad Eyal is there. Scott Tobin is there, and Mike Granoff is there. And everyone. It's wild. I am a big fan of Renana. That's the truth. There's great food there also.
Levy.
Kazan. It's like the best. Anyway, okay, so fine. This fund. Talk to me about Qure. Like, how big is it? What's the story?
Yeah, so Qure is a fund that's just under $50 million. We've made 8 investments to date. We typically invest anywhere from $1.5 million to $2 million for initial investments. And we look for those companies that have disruptive technology or innovation that can really impact healthcare in a major way. We look for things that both improve patient outcomes clinically and financially.
Medisafe was one of your investments?
No, it wasn't.
It was pre.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So investments include Zebra Medical,
Yeah, I grew up.
TytoCare,
Incredible company.
CyberMDX, which is doing cybersecurity for connected medical devices.
Wow.
Dario Health,
I love Dario.
company up in
In
Caesarea.
Yeah, met them years ago. They had like a whole thing. It went public.
Yeah.
It's like a whole thing. Okay, yeah.
Switch, which is using algorithms to create a personalized experience to help people prevent the development of disease.
Listen, I gotta tell you one thing. I gotta write about every single one of your companies. That's the bottom line. It's incredible. Listen, I'm writing this Jerusalem Post thing about impact, and every single one of your companies seems incredibly impactful. It's amazing. Listen, bottom line is like this. I understand why everyone tells me they're the nicest guy in the world. The truth is, like, it's not often you meet someone that's like so down to earth that has accomplished so much. I mean, the things you've done, like incredible stuff, like really meaningful stuff. It's amazing. But listen, the bottom line is like this. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about it. You're also part of the OurCrowd.
Yes, so Qure Ventures is part of the OurCrowd family. OurCrowd, as you probably know, a few years ago began to diversify and offer funds. We became one of their first sector-focused funds, and the partnership with OurCrowd's been great.
So like, Medved is another one of them, Mike Granoff, who I love, and it's also Renana. But like, it's a very interesting thing because we were talking a lot about branding. OurCrowd has the brand of the equity crowdfunding platform, when in reality, it's standalone funds. I don't know what the percentage is, but I would imagine significant amount of the capital deployed by the OurCrowd family is actually real, like plain old VC funds, as opposed to equity crowdfunding, which is interesting because I don't think that's the perception. People don't realize that.
Yeah, OurCrowd's evolved tremendously to offer really a whole array of financial products and capabilities to the market.
It's wild to see how OurCrowd's like, it's just incredible.
And
anyway.
so we are an in-house fund in the sense that we're part of the family. We utilize their offices where we are today, their back office support, and a whole slew of other things.
I love it. Listen, here's my call to action.
Yes.
Anything I can do to help in any capacity whatsoever. That's the bottom line. You guys are changing the world. I'd love to help change the world. That's my mission statement in life. So whatever I can do to help would be an amazing thing. And fantastic to meet you. Obviously, I didn't have a chance to put on the camera when I met with Yossi because it was Sunday. I don't vlog on Sundays, but I'm gonna have to follow up meeting with him because he's also an unbelievable dude. Your partner here. His last name, remind me.
Yossi Bahagon.
It's a hard name.
Yossi is terrific. He's a physician. He spent a lot of time at Khalid helping them transform from pen and paper and old school medicine to digital.
Did he tell you about our lunch, by the way?
Yeah, he said it was great.
We ate at Crave. Have you been there?
Yes.
Yes.
And he was like, what the heck is this amazing food? It was amazing. Anyway, I'm going to have to meet with him again to turn on the camera because he's also a fascinating story. But fantastic to meet you. We'll continue the conversation, I'm sure. And anything that I can do to help short-term, long-term, to help you guys win, help your companies win, you know where to find me.
Sounds great.
Thank you very, very much for your time, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Hillel. Thanks.
What a remarkable man. Incredible stuff. The more I meet people in the health tech space, the more I realize I need to start engaging more with that vertical because it is just impactful stuff. Love it. Heading to Meat and Wine now. Best spare ribs in the country. Only in Hertzlia. I love Ferraris. Love Ferraris. Man, one day. Meeting the team here to talk business. Is this for us? Yeah. Ooh, the VIP right here. Look at this. I love Meat and Wine. I love it. Best spare ribs. Best spare ribs. It's a fact. Best spare ribs in the country, huh? What do you think?
Oh yeah.
What's your name?
Benjamin Grunberg.
Benjamin Grunberg. We go way back. We're gonna eat. We'll talk about that afterwards. Okay, so there's a first for everything. I come into one of my favorite restaurants, Meat and Wine. I've been here probably 10,000 times, and I always order the same thing, the spare ribs. And I'm meeting with the executive team here. What's your name?
Adiel.
Adiel?
Hi, Doron.
Doron?
Benjamin.
Okay, so basically they had a nice surprise waiting for me. First of all, they brought over my favorite foods, like a whole marathon of my favorite foods, and we're talking about cool stuff to do with the restaurant. A lot of news coming on that front. But then they surprised me with what? Tell me, hit me with the surprise.
Okay, so we have obviously the duck breast.
Yeah, but what are we doing? Not what kind of food? What's the concept that you told me?
So we have a menu through our dear friend Hillel that basically I want to give him all his favorite food on the platter and show what I have to offer. The ribs, which is the main incentive.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Well, we have the veal ribs, which has been slow cooked for 14 hours.
Wait. Hold on. Sorry to interrupt you. One second. I want to make sure they understand what we're talking about here. If you walk into Meat and Wine right now and you say, I want the Hillel menu, you're going to get a menu worth around double the price that you'll pay. They'll give you a special menu called the Hillel menu. All you got to do is say, I want the Hillel menu.
All you have to do is ask for the Hillel menu.
That's it. And you get, now, what do you get?
You get a platter of starters.
Yep.
Which includes with a few stuff, the variety of great food, different kind of flavors to choose. You have, to be specific, can I mention what we have?
The moulard.
We have the moulard,
best
which
thing
is
ever.
basically duck breast on a sweet potato puree with red wine reduction, which is unbelievable. We have our chicken liver pate, with 2 fresh bread, obviously. We have our chicken wings, hot chicken wings, with a sriracha kind of sauce.
Yep.
And that's for the starters.
That's the starters.
That's only the starters, exactly. So prepare yourself.
Yeah.
For the main course, we have sirloin, 250 grams, which is basically medium rare, perfect, without the sauce specifically. I have the veal ribs with our famous Meat and Wine sauce, which is a marinade of sweet barbecue sauce, honey,
wine, no?
Obviously wine and herbs.
Yeah.
We have our beautiful asado, which is also slow cooked for 14 hours.
Banana's good, yeah. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you guys, is there an official price for this thing yet or not yet?
Is the official price?
Let's just say it's going to be significantly less than $100.
Definitely. The price per couple is $385, including 2 glasses of wine, 2 soft drinks, and amazing dessert.
Okay, so that's actually insane. Like that meal, if I came in here and ordered all that and 2 glasses of wine, that would cost me
about
easily,
plus.
yes, I was going to say 600, easily 500, 550 shekel, 385 shekel. All they need to do is come in and say, I want the Hillel menu.
All they have to do is offer the Hillel menu. That is it.
Incredible. All right, what's the address here?
Shenkar 16, Hertzlia, Pituach.
Love it. Right across the street from Microsoft. If you're in Israel, come to Meat and Wine. By the way, they're not paying me to say this. I just absolutely love this place. And if you're not in Israel and you're coming to Israel, Meat and Wine is at the top of my list. And yeah, this is pretty awesome. And one of the best surprises ever. I'm a big fan. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Go back to eating. This day is becoming more and more outrageous by the minute. That Meat and Wine thing was just completely bananas. Anyway, meeting now with a guy named Reuven Levitz, who is the founder of a company called Green Smoke that was acquired by Marlboro, the mother company of Marlboro. I'm forgetting the name right now, of course. It's the mother company of Marlboro. Hey Siri, who owns Marlboro? Altria, there you go. Blanking. He started Green Smoke, was acquired by Altria. He's an ultra-Orthodox guy, and my understanding is that he has another venture now, and yeah, we're meeting to hear about that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get him on camera or not. I would imagine not, but super pumped to meet him. I also just got a call from a company I'm not allowed to mention, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the hottest company in the entire world of technology. A world record for the most amount of money raised before they had a product on the market. I'm sure many of you could figure out who I'm talking about. They just called me to ask me to come over to speak to their employees, give them an inspirational talk. Super pumped about that. And going to Jerusalem tonight to buy a car. So yeah, it's not for me, it's for the wife, but she has no idea. So yeah, it's a pretty crazy day today. Assuming I won't be able to get Ruvain on camera, but if I do, great. If not, see you tomorrow.